Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Shakti Waves YouTube channel. I am Sanya, your host, and today I'm doing something brand new. I got the download, the hit for it last night, and it is to provide you with full moon astrology sign readings. And as always, I will be sharing about the general astrology of the day, the moon cycle, and what's going on in the rest of the cosmos in my Facebook group, Moon Magic, which is free. I do lives there. You can ask me questions. And if you ever want your own one-on-one reading with me, click the link below. You can get an Astro Coaching Call with me, as I am both a trained coach and an astrologist. So I combine those two together to look at your life path, your destiny, your dharma in your cosmic blueprint, aka your astrology chart. And then we get clear on what's next, what you might need to accept or lean into about yourself. And it's really, really exciting. So that's my preamble. And let's just get into it because I am so excited. Hello, air signs, and welcome to your full moon in Cancer lunar eclipse reading. We're going to pull 4 cards for your air sign collective, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and we're going to start with the theme, the overall lighthouse moment. What is being illuminated for you with this eclipse? And let's start with one of these animal cards. Ooh, okay. Oh, lots is coming out. Okay, that was fun. Flipped right out of there. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. So this full moon in Cancer, which is a very emotionally healing sign, it's very emotional. It has to do with mother energy. It's showing you that you can overcome any obstacle, specifically any obstacle that's really emotionally like wearing and intense for you. Like maybe there's personal healing to be done. Maybe it's very, you care about it a lot. And there's just like a lot of heart and grief that even might go around it. Like the obstacles I feel are very emotional. It has to do with trauma. It has to do with emotional burdens. It has to do with emotional pain, heartbreak, grief. That, and you need to know that you are like a rhino. You are strong. You've got this horn in the middle of your head. That is, and that's really like your intellect, your direction, your knowledge of what is best for you will move you forward so that you can overcome any obstacle. Yeah, and there's like roses and flowers all over this rhino's neck. So it's a sense of really surrounding yourself with life that's blooming. Like if you've been really heartbroken or grieving, it's important to surround yourself with examples of flourishing and blooming and beautiful life. Like maybe actually buy fresh flowers for yourself, or go to a garden center, or go somewhere where life is very rich. Maybe take a vacation to a very lush tropical place so that you can see that life is not all your current experience. It was a really intense period for emotional upheaval and lots of healing to come up. So there might be a sense that, oh my gosh, I logically can't make it past this, or how am I going to move through all of these emotions? But deeply knowing that what this full moon and eclipse is bringing up is that you have resilience. You have the ability to make it through anything, any single obstacle in front of you. You can get through it, and there's multiple ways to get through it. So I'm going to read a little bit more about this card. It's number 50 as well, which reduces down to 5, which is really the 5 to me represents in numerology like the teacher, the physical body. So there might be a sense of like the obstacles that you faced, especially in the last year, especially in the last 6 months since the beginning of July, which is when this cycle started. They're here so that you can teach it. You're living through this experience so that you can be a model for others. Maybe it's to your colleagues, maybe it's to your clients, maybe it's to your children, maybe it's to the world. You're going through these obstacles so that you can be a wiser teacher and mentor and model. Just by living, you're going to be setting an example. So know that it was not all for naught. It wasn't all suffering. There's a silver lining to it. I'm going to read from here. We always have the choice to press ahead. And the rhino spirit strength offers you the power to break through stubborn obstacles. This animal spirit knows there is more than one way to open a path to what you seek. You're reminded that you have the marvelous ability to overcome all obstacles in multiple ways. You can go around them, you can shatter them, you can you can be a force of clear, deliberate intentions, or even transforming them into clouds that drift away by refusing to allow them to limit you. So like lessening the impact and the importance of what has happened to you will actually help you to move forward and beyond them, right? Seeing the silver lining in it, seeing the lesson and the learning that you got from it. Applying Rhino Spirit is creativity, and no obstacle can stand. For you have magic to make and many ways in which to make it. Your power is awesome. It's here to remind you that when an obstacle appears to prevent you from getting your desire, it means that something much better is coming. So there's also a sense that sometimes obstacles and roadblocks are actually like the divine and spirit working in timing, because if we would have gotten what we wanted it exactly when we were intending to get it, or we wouldn't have had that obstacle, we wouldn't have had the knowledge, the wisdom that we needed to gain through going through that in order to actually receive it fully, right? So it might be that, I use this example in one of the other readings, it might be that you want to be a leader, you want to be the leader of a business, but maybe you had some major trust issues because you were betrayed by a family member or loved one or someone really close to you. So that also meant, sorry about that background noise, that also meant that you couldn't trust other people to work with you, to be your employees, to help you bring your dream and your creation to life. So you needed to have a breakthrough in trust. You needed to go through an obstacle that forced you to have a breakthrough in trust and give trust as a gift to people and to life so that you could actually live the way you wanted to live, right? So there's often reasoning for why we go through what we go through, because it's actually preparing us to live the life that we're meant to have. Our mess is our message, as they say, and our path is our purpose. So know and trust that you can get through it, and you have been getting through it. So congratulations. Next, we're going to look at what you need to shed and release, what emotional healing needs to happen right now, and what's being brought up during this full moon. And I'm going to pull a divine feminine oracle card for that. Really awesome examples of feminine power throughout history, legend, myth, and lore, and religion. What you need to shed and release, my air signs. Joan of Arc. Okay, wow, this is really about resilience and like having deep faith in yourself and doing whatever you need to do. So Joan of Arc is the warrior of light. I have steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. This is about having conviction, having deep, deep trust in yourself, your ability to move through. You can go to war like Joan of Arc did at 13 from having a message from God that she needed to do that, and she helped liberate France. Like she did something awesome, literally, because she had faith in herself, because she had conviction. She knew and trusted herself. She had that resilience, and she was a warrior of the light. She was a warrior of her own vision. And so what this is having you emotionally release and heal right now is times when maybe you've given up on yourself, when you had clear guidance and you knew what to do, you had the idea before you, the path was set, and maybe you lost faith in yourself, or you let yourself be let down by circumstances and the results that you achieved, or you let the obstacles that came in your way hinder you, right? Like maybe you lost the battle, so you forgot about the war ahead of you. And I don't want to use war as the main symbolism, but I mean, as a refugee myself and having experienced war, it can often be, the battles in our lives and the times that we've been really hurt, that we can really lose faith in what we're here to create, what we're here to live out, why we're even here on the planet. We can get in that cycle of depression. So what you're here to heal is being able to heal in that, being able to trust yourself again, being able to have conviction in your own intuition, in your own intellect, in your own ideas. So releasing whatever has stopped you before, whatever has taken you off path, and forgiving yourself for losing that. Just be gentle with yourself. It's not too late. It hasn't been too long. It's okay. Be like Joan of Arc. Reconnect to that passion and that conviction within you. And let's see what, if anything, is in the way of you releasing this emotional block, of you releasing this, anything that's blocking you from having this emotional healing right now, that the moon and the eclipse are calling forth. So I'm going to pull a good tarot card for that to see if there's anything in the way of you having this magnificent ability to connect to your own strength and your own resilience and your own ability to have, still like faith in your own capabilities. My beautiful air signs. All right. And maybe this has to do with with children, or being able to birth children, or being able to achieve results for an organization or with your own business or in relationships. Maybe you've been unable to have that and you kind of lost faith that like, oh, but I thought that this was my purpose in life. This is what I really want. So you've kind of lost faith and you're not really seeing other options. So let's see what's in the way. Okay, I have strength and 9 of water. Okay, so blocks that are in the way is you're relying too much on just yourself, right? It is your own conviction and your own will that will drive you forward and that will create clarity, but you can't do it alone, right? You can't get over certain obstacles by yourself. And 9 is having like an abundance of joy around you, especially emotional fulfillment. So I really get this sense that like through community, like the block is that you haven't connected to your community or leaned onto your community, the people around you that love you, that care for you, that want to see you be successful, that also believe in your vision. And maybe it's finding them, maybe it's finding them online, like in this community. Maybe they're like-minded souls that can really see you and see what you desire most in your heart, see what you want in terms of your own conviction, and can help you get there. Maybe it's hiring a team member or an assistant. Maybe it's asking your children to help you out more, but being able to see how much support you have. That's the block, is that you don't see how deeply supported you are, both in the physical sense and the community and the support around you. There's so many ways to get support, but you have to ask for it and you have to be willing to receive it. And there's also a sense of like seeing how much the natural world and spirit supports you, like how much the current seasons, if you're in the northern hemisphere, of winter is supporting you, giving you time to cocoon and be indoors and to work and to really focus on what it is that you're creating, so that by the time summer comes around, you can go out and enjoy nature because you've built a strong foundation for yourself. So seeing how everything in perfect timing is supporting you and how much spirit is here to support you, seeing how much prayer could support you, meditation could support you, being in spiritual community, doing yoga, watching videos like this, seeing how much guidance is here. Like right here, I'm giving you guidance. This is for you. This is support for you. But you have to receive it. You have to be willing to acknowledge it and to allow yourself to be guided and to also be supported in your convictions, right? So once you know that you're able to, like, once you know what that is within you that you want to move towards, you gotta rally the troops and look for support already around you. Look at the skills you already have, the resources you have access to, the people you have access to, everything that's working in your favor, so you don't have to rely on your own strength and your own strength alone, because you won't get there by just doing it by yourself. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna happen, my air signs. It's not logical, actually. You know, I wanted to say Rome wasn't built by one person. That's a weird maxim that I just made up. But honestly, like everything is built in community. Everything is built in togetherness. All right. And lastly, your guidance and the potential outcome. So this is the guidance that you need to know right now for this full moon and the potential outcome from following that guidance. And there's already been some guidance coming through for you. All right. I'm going to pull another tarot deck, actually, tarot card. I love this good tarot deck because it's really focused in positive psychology and coaching and symbolism. So what is the guidance that my air signs need? The moon. Hello. The guidance is that the moon, whatever this full moon cycle and lunar eclipse has illuminated for you, has brought to mind, has created clarity. Like maybe you've had a breakthrough moment, a new idea, like something just clicked and makes sense now. Trust the moon, and also really deeply trust your intuition. Like tune in with the moon cycles. Are you tracking the moon cycles? Do you know what cycles it's going through? If you'd like to work with me on that, please reach out to me. I provide one-on-one mentorship around that. Are you tracking your own menstrual cycle? If you're a woman, there's so much wisdom in the moons and in the cycles, and also in your own intuition. So the guidance here is to tune into that and to trust that, especially when it's not logical. Sometimes it won't appear logical. Sometimes what your intuitive mind and your heart and your emotions tell you won't be intellectually logical for your mind. It won't be like A plus B equals C. it'll be like A plus B equals unicorns, and you love unicorns. So just like trust in what that guidance is, trust in what your cycles and your rhythms are showing you. Tune into the moon and tune into your own moon cycle if you're a woman, and know that through that, you're going to be further supporting yourself and further able to move past obstacles, heal in your own conviction and trust in yourself, and be able to be surrounded by beautiful community. So tune into yourself, let your intuition reign, drink some moon water if you created some, or make some. You can make moon water any day. You can connect to your emotions and your intuition any day. It's never too late. All right, my air signs, that's all I have for you. We're going to be doing an extended for each individual. There's going to be an additional reading and guidance for each individual sign. So for Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra, and you just have to donate at the link below, and then I will email that to you. I hope this was of service to you. Sending you so, so much love. Stop now.